Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Miller's Online Training Center. My name is Gene Worsley. Welcome to our session today, which we're working with Remote Suite Plus Sports and Event Software. We have a great program in store for you today, so with that in mind, let's get started with our session. All right, well, here we are on the desktop where we have the Remote Suite Plus software. Here we are with the opening screen. Again, we're working with the sports and event ordering today. Go over here to the left-hand column. Third option down, click on the sports and event link, and that will start the software for us. Here we are with the opening screen. The very first thing we need to do is to download and install collections, the classic, the old school, the flex collection. We need to at least download one of those collections of templates into the software. To do that, just click on the OK button, and that brings us to the next page. I have two collections already downloaded, the Classic Collection and the Flex Collection. We still have the Old School Collection that can be downloaded and installed on this system. To do that, just click here, and that will download those set of templates in that collection. Once you have all your collections downloaded you want, click on Done, and that returns us to that main screen we saw earlier. And from here, we can select an order we've already started. We want to resume the order. We want to complete the order. So we're going to go here and click on a previous order. Click on Load Selected. Allows me to load that order back into the software and resume putting our order together. Now for today's demonstration, we're going to start an order from the very beginning so you can see how this works and the options you have which to choose from. Brings up the next page. Now before we go any further, notice in the upper right hand corner of the screen we have steps numbered 1 through 5. Right now we're on the first step of Start. We'll go through each one of these steps through our demonstration today, building and putting together and finally uploading the order to the lab for printing and processing. On step 1, the very first thing we need to do is type in a name for our order. That can be something very simple. It can be a numbering system you use in your studio. Just make sure you type in something useful for you so that as you may want to check on the order, you can find it based upon the name we type in here. Or of course we can find it based upon the order number that will be assigned to the order once it's uploaded. Next option is to do a hosting only. We can place the images we're going to select for posting online. We're working with Zenfolio. Create a Zenfolio account, upload your files from our software into the Zenfolio account, and allow your customers to go online, view your files, place orders. The next section is for density and color corrections. Do you want us to correct the files, or would you prefer we print them exactly, just send them to us? We can do either way. By default, we will do color corrections. If you choose for us to not correct the files, place a check mark here. We'll print them exactly as you send them to us. Choose a type of paper. You can choose from the standard Easter's paper, or you can choose a metallic paper. Finishing services, you can have laser coating or matte board mounting for some of the larger prints, or texturing applied to your photographs. We have packaging options. You can have your billfolds be die cut. You can have the player or the students package into a window envelope with their photographs inside. That's a package individually. We can also choose the package individually with trinkets. What this allows you to do is take some of those more bulkier items such as photo buttons or trader cards or bag tags, and we'll package them in such a way that they can be delivered with your photographs, but everything is safe, nothing gets damaged here in that process. And that's a package individually with trinkets. For today's demonstration, let's just choose a package individually. That's a very popular option. Then we can specify if we want the envelopes to be closed or if you want them left open. The reason why you leave them open is if you want to put inserts, or as you see here, we can actually insert the reorder sheets, other forms into the envelope for you at the time of processing the order. Going on down the list, we do have the option for you to create a sample order. Last option is the dropship. Once the order is completed, you can direct us to ship this to a different address. This is an extra cost option. It's an extra $6 to the cost of the order for us to dropship it onto your client. So there we are with step 1, the start page. Let's move over here to step number 2, the configure. We can choose from a package set we've maybe already designed. Or in this case, we're going to actually create a set of packages from scratch so you can see how this works. We can click here to create a new package set, or again, we can click on the icon to do the same thing. At this point, we'll type in the name of our package. I'll just type in demo, then today's date. Now at this point, we have an option, and that is to select an already created package set that may be very similar or very close to what we want to offer to our clients with this event or with this set of packages. So rather than trying to create an entirely new package set, we can take a package set, copy that into our new set, make a few modifications, and we're ready to go. So that will save some time. Now again, we're creating something from scratch, so I'll show you how to do this from the very beginning. So let's go here. Let's just click on Create Package. And that brings us to our package screen, where we'll start with package letter A. Let's start by creating a very basic package you may offer to your client. Let's say we're going to include 8x10. So go here to the 8x10 row, go to the quantity column, and we'll type in the quantity we want for our 8x10. In this case, I'll just type in a number 1 and then press Tab. Let's add a couple 5/7s. Choose a 5/7 row, go to the quantity column. We'll just type in a number 2 and then Tab, and now I have an 8x10 plus 2 5/7s as part of my package. Now you'll notice just above the 5/7s we have some special items. With the 4x6, this includes a 4x6 with 4 of our 1 inch by 1.5 inch mini billfolds. The mini pack consists of a 4x5 with 2 full-size walls. Moving on up the list, you'll see we have 4x5s and 3.5x5s. They're sold in multiples of 2. So if I want 3 4x5s, type in a quantity of 3, press the Tab key, and what you'll notice is that increments that to a quantity of 4. Same thing with the 3.5x5s. They're sold in multiples of 2 as well. Billfolds are sold in multiples of 4. So if I input that I want 7 billfolds, Tab, it'll increment that to the next multiple of 4 here for me automatically. With the mini billfolds, they are sold in multiples of 8. So if I order 12 mini billfolds, Tab, it'll increment to the next multiple of 8, in which this case is 16. One thing I want to mention to you that you may find to be useful is the ability to also order not only large sizes and statuettes and wall clings, but maybe a copyright CD. To give your client a CD with their image makes it very simple, makes it very easy to offer to your client. So we can offer a copyright CD here as part of our overall order for our client. So there we've created our package A. At this point, let's create a package B. To do that, just click on the Add New. That saves our package A, moves us to the next selection of package B, and we see a listing here of what we've included in our package A. Let's create a package B. With package B, let's say we're going to include maybe a 5x7, one of those, and we'll include a couple 4x5s. We'll do 2 of those, and let's say perhaps maybe 4 billfolds. Now, in addition to our regular prints, let's also include some specialty items with our package letter B. We'll choose the specialty items. Just click on the little green button with a white plus sign on it, and that allows me to add a specialty item to our package B. We'll choose a collection we want to work with. We can choose from our classic collection we downloaded or our flex collection. There are some general templates here you can work with as well. Let's start by working with our classic collection. Select that option. We'll choose a sport or the event we want to work with. See, we have anywhere from band to baseball to cheerleading to cross country, dance. All these different options are what you can order with our templates to the software. Now I have some baseball images we'll use here today, so we'll just choose a baseball option. And then we choose a type of template we want to create for our classic collection for the baseball sport. You'll see we can create bag tags and calendars and double-sided trader cards and magazine covers and memory mates. All these options you see on our website are available here for you to order. Let's start our first item here for package B as being a magazine cover. Click on that option. We'll choose the size we want to work with, in this case an 8x10. And here we have our baseball magazine cover we can share with our client. Now there is a prompt here you'll be asked for when we place this order for the player's name, and that will be placed right here within this template. We can also change the background. The standard background color for this is a gray. We can change that. Click on the background button here, and we can choose to either enter a specific red, green, and blue values to custom mix the color, or we can choose a color swatch. Just choose a swatch option for this example, and then we can choose from any of these colors here we want to work with here for our client. Let's just start with maybe a basic blue. Select that, and you'll see on screen the background of this changes to that blue color we just selected. Let's add another specialty item. Click on the green plus sign again. Choose the template we want. This time, let's say we want to create a memory mate. We'll choose a memory mate option. We can leave it set to background of being blue, or in this case, we can actually modify that to something else. We can change the colors here mid-package if you so choose. Click on background, and we can choose a swatch again. This time, let's say we're going to go with maybe this bright green color here. And of course, it updates the background for us once again. Now we have our color set to the bright green. And it'll also be asked for the player's name, their team, and of course their jersey number here as well. Let's add one more specialty items to this. Now we can have as many specialty items as we want. We're not limited to the number of specialty items we can include. Let's go ahead and just add one more for our example. And let's create a double-sided trader card. Click on that option. Here we have our double-sided trader card. We've been working with a classic collection for our magazine cover, for our memory mate. Let's change it to a different collection. Let's go over here from the classic collection over here to perhaps the flex collection. Choose that option. Again, we'll choose our sport, and we'll go back to baseball once again. We can choose our template. Again, double-sided trader card. And there, now we have our double-sided trader. Now, with the flex collection, we can have two colors here for us. We can have a background color as well as a foreground color as well. Let's go click on the foreground. Let's go back to that blue we had on our magazine cover. So choose a foreground swatch. We'll choose that swatch here again. And let's just choose this basic blue. And you'll see parts of this turn blue while part of it remains as our green. And again, we have a number of prompts that will ask us for specific information for each client: name, team, position, league, coach, age, jersey. We can actually modify these should we want to have some other information. For example, let's say instead of age, the coach has decided let's include the batting average. Go over here where it has the age listed for our field. Select age. And at this point, just type in batting average, and I'll just abbreviate average here for us. And later on, when we input the information, it'll prompt us to input the batting average for each player that orders a double-sided trader card. And we'll show you that a little bit later on as we go through the ordering process. Before we leave the double-sided trader card, one more thing I want to show you, and that is the option to show the back side of our trader card. Here we are at the front. Click on Show Back. And of course, here we are at the back of our trader card. It also has an image opening we can drop the client's photo into. And here we have it's asking for our batting average in this field as well. So there we are at package A and package B. Let's add one more package to our offering. Click on Add New. We're going to call this package letter C, and you'll see here all the products for package B with a price included for your cost. Let's say for package C, we're not going to include any standard print sizes or anything from this left-hand column. Let's just include a couple specialty items for our package C. So again, click on the little green circle with a white plus sign on it for adding a new specialty item. Let's stay with the flex collection here for a moment. Choose our template. Let's say a game day ticket. We'll choose our size here of 8 by 10. And there, now we have the game ticket here for our client. Foreground, background colors, and of course here we have our prompts for the name, team, and jersey number as well. Let's add a couple more items. Let's click on the plus sign again. Let's add this time, instead of a game ticket, let's add perhaps a bag tag. Choose a bag tag here for us, and you'll see here's the front and back of the bag tag. Again, same color scheme here as well. And of course our prompts. And let's add yet one more specialty item. This time, let's switch back to that classic collection. And let's create a basic photo button. Click on the photo button option. Here we have the photo button for our baseball sport. And again, it prompts us for the name. So there we've created our 3 packages. Now you can have any number of packs you want to offer your client. Okay, let's go over here to the next option to import the data file. Now, import the data file is something you may or may not use. Essentially, that you'll have perhaps some sports or some teams or some event you're doing that they may be very organized, in which they have a data file such as a spreadsheet that they can share with you. At that point, you're able to take that file, do a selection, navigate to where you have it stored in your system, import your client's information in. The next option is for that storefront from Zenfolio. We have the image we want to send to our Zenfolio account. Click here to activate that. Type in the name, the password, and that will allow you to load files from this software into your Zenfolio account and have those posted online. Next section is dealing with studio logos and titling overlays. With the titling overlays, we're able to put information about an event printed directly onto the photographs. Click on Apply Titling Overlay to All Prints. Choose the location where you'd like to have this be printed on, the upper center or lower center of your photograph. You can even choose a font. You can choose the color of the text to be printed onto the photograph for you. And you have up to 3 lines of text you can work with for your customization. Next option is for our studio logo. This allows me to take my studio logo and place it on file here at Miller's. And whether I'm using this software or any of our other software, have that printed onto your photographs. Very simple process. If you have your studio logo set up as a JPEG file or a TIFF file or maybe a Photoshop PSD file, send that in to us, to the Pittsburgh, Kansas lab, or send it to our customer service if you want. We'll take that file, we'll make sure it's going to scale up and down for the various print sizes that may be printed for you, and then put it onto our servers. So when you come into the software, go over here, print my studio logo on this order, choose how you want it to be applied, choose the color, you can choose the location, and it'll be printed onto your regular prints. These 2 options are free of charge. They don't cost anything in which to have this printed onto your photographs here for you. The last option is called the Memory Mate mounts. The large has an 8x10 opening with a 5x7 opening. The small is both a 5x7 as well as a 4x5 opening. You can even order singles here if you like for 8x10s or 5x7s or 4x5s, the size you want to order. You can even add some foil stamping to your Memory Mate. Choose a type of foil you want, gold or silver. Choose a font you want, and then type in the text you want to be printed onto each Memory Mate. So be sure and check that out. Well, let's start building our order. Let's go over here to step number 3. Click on Build, and that brings up the next page, which will first of all be choosing the location where our photographs are stored. So I'll choose that folder, click OK, and that will load a thumbnail of each photograph in that folder we can work with. Double click on the very first image. The first thing we want to do is assign a package this player has ordered, so we can indicate the number of packages. We can indicate the package letter they want. Now we can either select it or we can of course type it in here. I'll just choose package A for example. And you'll see in package A it lists all the items we included. Now to crop this, we can certainly go over here to the image and notice as I place my mouse cursor inside this blue crop box, we have a 4-headed arrow. Hold down your mouse button and then drag up or down to reposition crop here how you want this to be printed. For example, let's say we want to bring the crop a little tighter, so I'll go down here to the very center handle control point, drag it in here for us, and allows me to recrop that for how I want it to appear in my result. And you'll notice over here along the left side of our screen, it updates all these products here for us at once with the same crop. So each will be printed the same way, same crop here for us from what we've done here on screen. At this point, let's just place an order for this player. Let's call this young man Jim Smith. Tab Smith. Now, there's a special little field here I want to share with you. The last field we have here is something called Other. What the Other field allows me to do is provide a way in which to do a sort on the images for delivery back to my client. So let's just type in the team name. We'll just type in here White Sox. And we go to the next team. Maybe it's going to be the Cardinals here. We could type in the Cardinals here for us and such. At this point, go down to the very bottom center. If we need to take this image into Photoshop, perhaps a little spot here on his uniform, I can click on the Photoshop icon, opens this file in Photoshop for me, remove the spot, save it, and of course it updates the file. We'll send to the lab with that correction applied. If you prefer, we can also do some blemish removal in the lab. Click on the blemish removal option. This will direct us to take the file and do blemish removal and have this retouch for you. Click here. It gives you a price. It's going to cost $250 for this. Click OK. And of course, that has been applied to this image for all the prints we'll make from it. Once we're finished, click on the Save the Floppy Disk icon. Click on that. It saves its information, clears off the screen, and we're ready for the next player in our sequence to place an order with. Let's take this young man's image. Again, just double click on the next image. Brings up the next file. Notice the crop box. It remembers our crop from the previous file to the next image. So all we have to do now at this point is just go in here and tweak, maybe drag it out just a tad bit for our final result we want for this player now. Let's order a package here for this player. Let's say we're going to order one of our package B. Go here to our package B, or again, just type it in. And you'll see in this package set we have some traditional size prints, but also some specialty items as well. Now, one big difference is we have those specialty items. One of those is asking for a team photograph. So we'll drag in our group photograph into this field. Go here and scroll down to our team photograph. Just take our team image, drag and drop it into this opening, and that will automatically populate this team image into this memory mate that's requiring that team shot. Now, of course, we can change the crop. We can go here and take it in a little tighter for how we want to appear on that memory mate for our client's order. We can also input the information for our player. We'll call this young man here Todd, Tab, Wilson. Again, we're typing in the name of the team here at this point, provide that as a sort option. And notice it fills in his team here. Team here is also White Sox. We'll fill that in again. And then here's that batting average. Remember how we modified the double-sided trader card from asking for the age. Now it's asking for the batting average. We can put his batting average in here. And you'll see that each one of these has been updated. Here we have the memory mate information with his name, team, and of course his jersey number here as well. Here is the magazine cover, again with his name printed there as well. And of course our double-sided trader card here as well. Now, we can do one crop overall for the entire order, or in this case, let's say I want to do a special crop here for just our trader cards. Drag it in here, maybe a little tighter crop here for us, and there we have a special crop just for the front side of our trader card. Let's go to the back side of the trader card. Click on the little button here, and here we have the back of our trader card with the information we just typed in. Now we can change the crop on this image on the back, or even better, let's say we have an action shot. We stayed around for the ball game. We captured a couple action shots. We want to drop in a different image on the back of our trader card than what we have on the front of our trader card. Let me just take the next team here, the Red Sox, take one of their photographs, and we'll just drag and drop that image into here to demonstrate that. And then we have a different image on the back of what we do on the front. So we can go here and customize this completely, set this up exactly as we want our player's trader card to appear for the final result. Now keep in mind we can do a different crop for our magazine cover. Maybe go in here a little tighter here for us. There we go, something like that. Or even tighter here yet still. Something like that. And there now we have a special crop here just for the magazine cover. Everything else is staying printed as we had before. Again, we can have the option to take the file from here into Photoshop. We can add blemish removal, which I'll go ahead and do. And click OK, and we'll go here and save this to our order. So there's how we can work with the software place an order here for a client. Notice one thing else. Notice little green check marks here for the two we've already ordered from. That lets you know where you've left off and where you need to pick up with the next client. So we'll double click on his image. Brings it on screen. Let's go over here and let's order a package A, and also let's say maybe a package C. So order a package A. We'll also order a package C, and we order multiple packages, just kind of stacks them on top of each other. You'll see here along the left-hand side, here's our package C. Just above that is our package letter A. So it just stacks them up there and allows me to order this all together. Let's change our crop here for our client's order. Let's go over here to the package C. Let's do some special crops here, let's say for the bag tag. Click on the bag tag option. Maybe bring it a little tighter here for us. There we go, something like that. Bring it down a tad bit. And there we now have a special crop here for our bag tag. Now notice this one here. We need to rotate this around a little bit. All right. So I'll go over here. I can do a horizontal crop, or of course I can rotate this around for that image here as well. Oh, wrong way. And now we have it cropped correctly here for our client. I'm going to also go over here to the photo button. We can crop it specifically for what we want. Same thing with our game day ticket here as well. Let's go ahead and fill in some information. We'll call this young man here Jeff Jones, and we're going to typing in the team name here for the other. We'll use it as a special sort field later on. Jersey, he is number 15. Position, we'll put him at pitcher. And hometown, we'll put it here as Pittsburgh, Kansas. All right. Again, we can add Photoshop, Blemish Removal, click on Save, and we'll save it here to our client's order. All right. Now let's go up here and check what we've ordered here so far. In the upper right-hand corner, we have an option to do an Open Run Sheet. Click on Open Run Sheet, and this allows me to see a summary of what we've ordered here so far for our client. Here we have Jim Smith, White Sox image for his main photograph, and of course the package he ordered. He also ordered retouching. Here we have Todd Wilson. Here is his image. Here's also his group shot. Remember we had a team shot with that package, package B, and of course retouching here as well. Go here to Jeff Jones, same thing, package A, package C here for us. He didn't order retouching. When we look at his information, oh yeah, he wanted retouching as well. How do we go back and modify that? Well, if we see any changes, any discrepancy in what we've ordered here on our run sheet, we just go over here to that player's information, just double click. It takes us right back to that player's information. Let's click on the blemish removal here for us, modify it, click OK, and save. Saves information. Let's go over here and take one more, and we'll just order a basic package A for this young man. And let's say that he'd also like to have an extra 507. Well, how do we order that? We only have two 507s here. He wants a third. How do we order that third 507? It's actually a pretty simple process. We'll go down here to the option right below where it says package. There's an option that says a la carte. This allows me to order individual print sizes here at any point. Use a pull down menu. Now we don't have a la carte list created. Let's do that real quickly. It's really something we can do here on the fly. It's really simple. Bring up the a la carte list, and we just place a check mark in front of the options I want to make available for ordering from this a la carte list. Right? And 10 by 20s, maybe 60 by 20s, maybe a copyright C, whatever, allows me to have these available. So if I click on Done, I go back to the a la carte now to add his extra 507. Use a pull down menu, 507. It's going to have a quantity of one of those. And there we have now added on our extra 507 for this player's photograph, this player's image. Simple, easy to do. Let's call this young man Tim Thompson. And again, we'll type in his team name. Of course, at this point, it is White Sox. Right? And then click on Save. Next, let's go to the review option. Step number 4, review, is just that we review what we've just ordered here for our clients. Very similar to our run sheet, a breakdown of what we've ordered here for each subject. I would encourage you to either save this, click on the little floppy disk icon for save as a soft copy on your computer, or print this out as a hard copy you can use later on as well. Now this actually has a couple pages to it. We'll go over here to the next page, which gives me a breakdown of how many package A's, how many package C's, and how many package B's I've ordered here for my client. And of course, I see a total cost here so far of $61.95 we've ordered here for our entire order. So again, use this as an opportunity to review, make sure everything's on the right track, make sure you ordered exactly what you want here for your clients. If you find a mistake, you find something you need to correct, you can always back up all the way here to step number 1 through step 2 through step 3 here for you. Make a change, make a modification here for you. Let's go over here to the 5th and final tab. Click on step number 5, Submit. With step 5, this is where we choose that sort option. Now, I have specified in the other field the team name. Whatever team name you type in there, that will give you the ability to use it as a sort option, so you have each team's name all bundled together, so it makes it very easy to deliver to each coach or to the league office for them to deliver here for you. Now we can choose a sort order. We can choose it just by the sequence number. We can sort it by the player's last name or the subject's last name we've typed in. Or in this case, we've used that other field. Just click on the other information, and that will sort each team out by what we've input into that other field. Once we've chosen our sort option, of course, we can choose now how we want to upload the order, send the order to the lab. You can choose to send the order via the internet, which, as you might guess, is a very popular option. The second option may be something you want to consider as well, especially if you have a very large order, where you have 200, 300, 500, 1,000 photographs you want to upload, you want to place an order from. You may want to consider option 2. Option 2 will allow you to create a file that you'll then write to a CD or to a DVD. You'll send that CD or DVD into the Miller's lab. And by the way, we have a special agreement set up with Federal Express, our inbound side, where you can order in special address labels that will deliver it to the lab you want overnight. So what you mail out today will be delivered to the lab the very next morning. We can start working on producing an order here for you. I'd like to say thank you for choosing Miller's. As always, look forward to seeing you again online real soon. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and thanks for choosing Miller's. We appreciate it.